our own Alex Fisher has challenged the Drake Chess Club president, Colin, to a chess match. We will join them shortly. Hey, the match has already started and they've been going at it for quite some time now. I feel that an ending is near, and so we're going to pick up the action right now. Colin and Alex going head to head to see who is the chess master here at Drake. That was the most intense game of chess I've ever experienced in my entire life.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We actually are going to transition away from basketball and football. We're going to look ahead into Drake track season. I'm joined today by track athlete Kevin Earl, and so I'd like you to introduce yourself to us. First of all, tell us what year are you, what are you studying, and then what do you run on the Drake track team?
Well, first I'd like to say thanks for having me, Barb. Like she said, I'm Kevin Earl. I am a junior marketing and electronic media major, and I run the 400, the 800, as well as the 4x4.
Awesome. That's really cool. So you've been running for a long time then?
Yeah, I started in middle school. 7th grade, we were able to run track at school. And I played a lot of sports, and a lot of my friends were going out for track, so I thought I'd give it a shot, and I've kind of stuck with it ever since.
Great. Well, what is your favorite high school track memory when you got started into it?
Probably senior year, our regional meet. It was to qualify for state. We were coming off a really good junior year, but senior year wasn't looking so hot, so I didn't know if we were going to qualify. But I ran 3 races at that meet. Started out with the 4x8, which I think we were ranked 7th, and the top 3 make it. Somehow we got 3rd, so we qualified for that. Came back an hour later, ran the open 4. Ended up winning that, set a school record, and then finished the night with the very last race of the night with the 4x4 relay. Took 2nd, so qualified for state too.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on that. I know how that feels. I got to do that in my home state. But what brought you to run track here at Drake?
Well, actually, I was either going to run track or try to play soccer because I did both in high school, and I love both of them still to this day. But I met both coaches here. I saw where I had the best opportunity to try to walk on, and I went with track, and I'm really happy with my decision. Great.
Well, how about you tell us what is a typical day in the height of track season? What is a typical day like for a Drake runner?
Well, we're finally hitting the height of track season. We've had 1 indoor meet so far, but we'll get really into it after break. But we'll have about 20 to 30 hours of practice a week, a couple sprint workouts. We'll hit the weight room 2 or 3 times a week. We'll also cross-train in the pool. And then me being an 800 runner, also get some mileage in. I try to hit about 30 miles a week minimum. Wow. And then we have a meet every weekend and start it over to the next week.
Yeah. Well, what is your favorite thing about being on the Drake track team?
Probably the camaraderie. There's a lot of great guys on the team. Shout out Mr. Gaines, Mark G. Money, Captain D. Just a great group of guys on the team. I love traveling every weekend. So much fun. I always look forward to it.
All right, one last question. I know a lot of people are wondering. I've had a few friends from other schools that have run at the Drake Relays, and they talk about how awesome of an experience it is. What is it like being a Drake athlete at the Drake Relays?
It is by far the greatest sporting event I've ever been a part of in any sport. Just competing with some of the best athletes in the nation. Although I was super nervous this year, I had someone in the fans I didn't even know just saying "Go Drake," and also having my family and loved ones there just helped me enjoy this experience. Can't wait to do it again.
Awesome. Well, we'd like to wish you luck coming up on these upcoming 100th running of the relays. Thank you so much for coming down to talk with us. Well, now we're going to wrap things up here in the studio, Bulldog Underground. Noah, why don't you start us off with your final word for the day?
Well, I'd like to talk about an athlete who galvanizes both young and old, male and female, rich and poor. His name's Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry, point guard for the Davidson Wildcats, is a baller. If you missed his game Tuesday night, he started 4 for from me from the floor, but this man has ice in his veins. So much ice that when he goes out on a hot summer day, he steams. Stephen Curry finished with 13 of the last 16 points for the Davidson Wildcats and led them to victory. You want to look out for a hot prospect look out for Stephen Curry. I'd also like to throw out Florida 38, Oklahoma 20.
All right, thanks for that, Noah. My final word is going to go out to the Drake women's volleyball team. Sorry, girls. I just wanted to give them amazing credit for their 12-20 season, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a big improvement from last year's 7-23 season. And the fact that they are not graduating any seniors, they're coming back with all starters, especially the amazing talents of sophomore Angela Beese and freshman Michelle Reedy, who have improved Drake's blocking way more since last year. I'm going to go ahead and make the prediction that not only are the girls going to make a run in the Missouri Valley Conference tournament that they've failed to make the past few years, not only are they going to be in the tournament, but I'm going to go ahead and say that they're going to contend for the conference title.
I would like to give some mad props to the Drake football team. They earned every part of their scholarship this year. They had another successful season in the Powerhouse Pioneer Football League, going above 500. They also set a home football attendance record with over 265 people at one game to see the Bulldogs put up their best effort against the San Diego University. The team recently had their team banquet at the Dublin this past week and celebrate the successful season. Keep up the good work, Bulldogs.
Well, my final word has to do with what's going on right now, and that's the Drake men's basketball team. A very, very good victory on the road at Iowa State on Tuesday evening. I was really impressed with the way the Bulldogs handled the pressure of playing on the road. Craig Stanley and Adam Templeton really showed that they've matured since their beginnings as the Bulldogs in this young season. I think it's going to be key for the Bulldogs to have a good season if Adam Templeton continues to score and rebound like he did on Tuesday evening. He had 13 points and 10 boards. If he can continue to be muscle down low for the Bulldogs as well as a threat on the perimeter, I think the Bulldogs will have a good chance to contend in the Valley. Also, it's very important to win on the road if you want to do anything anytime in any season. So with that being said, go Bulldogs. And now you've probably seen some clocks around the city of Des Moines, some countdown clocks with the Drake Relays logo on them. So we wanted to know what that was all about. We sent out Rachel Yancey to investigate it for us.
Des Moines, a quiet city, humble in all its delicacies. The capital of Iowa, home of Drake University, and America's athletic classic, the Drake Relays. Each spring, athletes from across the nation come to run on the big blue oval. 10 years in a row, the Relays have set records in attendance. This year is expected to be no different, for it is the 100th running of the Drake Relays. Since 1910, athletes have come to run in Drake Stadium. Clocks have been placed throughout the city in Capitol Square, Jordan Creek, and throughout Drake University to commemorate the relays. The countdown will stop April 22nd.
All right, thanks for sticking with us, everybody. I just wanted quick thing on closing statement. I want to give a shout out to the men's soccer team who went 10 weeks in a row ranked nationally, and they got to go to the NCAA tournament for the first time in school history. And as we wrap things up down here, we have a last in-studio guest with the Bulldog Brass. So thanks so much for being here with us today at Bulldog Underground Sports, where we dig into sports. 3, 4.